everybody. Woo woo. Oh my gosh, so many people from all over the world. Folks in Germany, folks in the UK. I love it. This makes me so happy.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. My goodness. This is just a really fun workshop today. So last month we did our minor jam where we just talked about some popular minor progressions because a lot of times we focus on major because a lot of songs tend to be played in major keys. And we got so much great feedback from that I was like, well, we'll do it with major keys too. Sure. So it'll be just a fun day of jamming out some fun songs and kind of looking at things and going, oh, there's some songs actually have some formulas to them. How neat. So it should be a really fun, low-key day. Though those of you guys who are fancy pants, of course, I'll give you some ideas to make it harder if you really want. Oh my gosh, I love it. And let's see, what else? What else is going on, Mr. Chi?
We had two incredible ukulele festivals this summer.
Yes,
right?
That's right. Oh, should we just hop into the news?
Let's do it.
It's in our news.
Let's do it.
Do. Okay, here we go. Our ukulele news roundup. So our next live stream is scheduled to be on September 13th, 2025. It'll be same time, same bat channel, but just September 13th. And I have no idea what we're going to do. We'll find out. It usually comes to us from feedback from people. So you can always email us and say, hey, what about this? And we'll go, neat, let's do it. So there's that. And then, of course, our March retreat, we've got a bunch of amazing people. Jeff Peterson, Herb Ota Jr., Brian Tolentino, Andrew Molina, Mika Kane, Jonah Davis, Keikoa Woodward, Lena Girl, and, of course, our core staff of Corey Mao, Neil Chen, Craig and I, and, of course, our booking agent, Marion Koleski. It's going to be a really fun retreat. We may end up packing in a couple more people, too. So just FYI. The thing I love about the Hawaii retreat is that we have all the talent here on island. So it's really easy to have folks pop in for a lesson. It's a lot harder for when we do retreats not on Oahu. Because I mean, even Andrew Molina, we're just flying him in for the day. He's going to pop over from Maui, teach a few classes, fly home. You know, it's so much easier. And that's why we can have so many people at this retreat. Plus, we're going to have 4 workshop spaces going all at once. And Craig, did you want me to turn off the AC? I forgot to.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. So that's for our Hawaii retreat. There's still a handful of spots left, so definitely check it out. And June 28th through July 2nd, 2026. Super stoked about this one. Right now, our staff is myself, Craig, Neil Chen, Corey Mao, core staff, and we're bringing in ukulele. Oh my gosh, it's going to be like party central. I love whenever we get to do gigs with Lenny, it's always fun. He's such a great musician and he's a phenomenal teacher. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. And the more folks who sign up for that one, the more staff we can bring, because we'd love to bring a couple more people from Hawaii.
I did want to mention too, one of the big things that we always change our events through feedback from the previous year. And what we're trying out for 2026 is we're actually going to have homerooms.
Yes.
Where people with the kind of same experience level and skill level, we're going to put them
in a little pod.
In little pods that they're going to meet twice a day with a teacher and have them actually kind of go through this journey together so that they can not only be around people that they can learn from in their same vein, but a lot of aha moments will click because of this. And it's just going to be a lot more kind of focused in that sense.
Well, it's also another way that we can, you can ask your burning questions in a smaller group, and being around people who are of a similar skill or amount of experience, right? So that we think this is going to be a really great way of allowing people to get more from the event itself. So we're really excited about being able to throw in those homeroom sessions twice a day. And we're actually going to do that in San Diego too. So it's I think it's going to be great. And then for our 4 Strings at a Time, our nonprofit news, we are still raising money for our E Ho'okani Pila program and also our general funding too. 4 Strings at a Time, for those of you that don't know, it's a nonprofit that Craig and I founded in 2023. Our mission, of course, is engaging, educating, and enriching all lives around the world through music and the ukulele. The ukulele we chose specifically because not only is it the vehicle that we are using to teach music, but it's also, when you say it in that context, it's also referring to the culture behind the ukulele, Hawaiian culture. So that's why we 4 Strings at a Time took the reins of Ukulele Club of Hawaii, which we can just jump to that one. Ukulele Club of Hawaii, which this month, August 16th, we are beyond excited. We got John Yamasato and Herb Ota Jr. to lead club, y'all.
Oh, yeah, you guys are the first to know.
You're the first to know. I haven't even told the nonprofit list because we found out like 2 days ago. But
you don't have to be here live.
You
can
don't.
be online and watch as
That's
well.
That's right. Yeah, and so I'm working on the packets right now. They've got some great tunes lined up. Super excited, and you guys don't want to miss it. And it's also recorded, so if something happens and you have to miss it, it'll be okay. But you can also join us in person at Windward Mall and join in the fun with John and Herb. It's definitely going to be I'm sure it's going to become one of my favorite clubs. Super excited. And then also, for those of you that want to see Craig and Sarah live and in person, join us at the Los Angeles International Ukulele Festival, September 19th through 21st. It's at the Torrance Cultural Center. I'm excited to get to go back. This one, we've done this event multiple times. We were at the first 2 or 3, or maybe the first 2, I think, that Mitch put on.
Well, it was great to actually help kind of.
Yeah.
Help,
and whenever Mitch comes,
awesome,
whenever Mitch comes to Hawaii too, he's always asking us oh, who should I bring, etc. So we actually are really excited that he's bringing over Keolu. So Corey Mao gets to take a flight. I don't think we're on the same flight. That would just be too much fun on the airplane. But yeah, so we get to actually have those guys come over, which is so exciting. There's also going to be
Abe Lagrimas Jr.
That's right. Abe gets to come back to LA. Yay! Super, super stoked. There's a lot of amazing artists. Just go to the website, check it out, get your ticket, come see us. It's a lot of fun. And
super family friendly.
Affordable. It's a very affordable event. And then also the following weekend, you can come see us in Canada. Yeah, guys, we're going to be at the Fort Langley International Ukulele Festival, September 25th through 27th. I'm really excited. This one, we get to help teach a master class kind of thing where it's we're there in kind of 2 ways. We're there kind of as 4 Strings at a Time, and we're there as Craig and Sarah, because we will be sharing some of our E Ho'okani Pila program with teachers there and just discussing why we've set up the curriculum the way we have and walk them through a little bit of it. And then our good friend and board member, Neil Chin, will be there, Brian Tolentino, Halihaku Siburi, Andrew Molina. This event is... Eduardo Garcia. Yay! Lots of folks. But the big thing about this event is sort of the theme of it. I think Peter Luongo is the one who is sort of spearheading this. And he was telling us 200 years ago or so, or longer, Native Hawaiians came to actually work at Fort Langley. And this is kind of a bridging the gap, trying to bring some of Hawaii to Fort Langley and just sharing more about the indigenous folks that are there. And it's just going to be an amazing time. So super, super excited. But that's part of why he's bringing so many people from the islands to Fort Langley. Yay. And in artist news, so there is a wonderful player, wonderful singer and songwriter who wrote to us, our good friend Robin Hoffman. She has a new EP coming out. Congratulations, Robin. So it's streaming everywhere, August 18th. So make sure to go look it up. The EP, I think she says, has 4 songs on it, but they're awesome. I think there's a Medusa one I'm just like, yes, girl. It's a great song, but just great songwriter. And her playing is lovely, and I know you'll enjoy it. She is just really great. So definitely check out Robin Hoffman. You can go to robinhoffman.com and learn more about her. Yep. And anyone else who wants to share their news, send us an email. As you see, we will share it. We don't know what's happening everywhere in the world anymore because we're not traveling 8 months out of the year, whatever it was we used to do. So definitely let us know. Let us know what's going on in your community.
And aloha, good morning, brother Sam and
Yeah.
Lena girl in the chat.
Aw. Aw, Stephanie Sterling. We miss you, Steph.
And one of the things I want to jump in on too is, let us know what's going on, because even for us, there's still so much we want to do. So we have a few extra spotlight videos that are recorded. I just haven't had time to edit. I've been editing for the curriculum program like every day for like 12 hours for like the last 3 weeks. So I'm trying my best not to get burnt out. But we love what we do, and we love featuring people in our community. So, look out for more spotlight videos. There's going to be a huge website revamp on ArtistWorks.
Yes. And I recommend, if you haven't signed up for ArtistWorks yet and you've been thinking about it, to do it.
Yes.
Do it soon.
now.
Yeah, do it soon, because though the pricing is going to change, and if you go into it like now, you're grandfathered in forever.
Is what we've been told.
So, yeah, you'll want to.
And even if you sign up right now, when is this going to be? No.
Oh, I don't think we changed it. Yeah.
So you can use that code 40UKE for 40% off right now, and kind of get that in there.
Yeah.
It will be changing, but there's a ton of new functionality with the new website design.
Much more mobile friendly for iPads and things.
Yes, and there's going to be ways to, and again, we don't do a Patreon, but people, either, they consider doing the ArtistWorks with us as our kind of Patreon way of supporting and learning from us, as well as these monthly live streams.
Yep.
These monthly live streams, we show everything on screen for free, but it does take resources and time. And if you want to help support these events, you can purchase your own packet at craigandsarah.com/live. And if you want a packet but you just can't afford one right now,
tell me.
Send us an email. We will get you hooked up.
Yeah.
People pay it forward. Usually we have a scholar packet that has even more bonus material that we use to help people. I just haven't
had time lately to make it.
Yes.
Sorry.
But again, we are here for you. If there's certain things that you guys want to learn, that for whatever reason hasn't been taught, or there's something that you've been stuck on, send us an email. Let us know. We're always looking to help find, make these live streams to further your learning. So let us know what you guys are interested in doing.
Yeah.
And one of the great things about the new ArtistWorks website too is that now we're not going to be as burdened by the song copyright thing, because we're going to be able to forward them to other videos we have on YouTube, which is much more accessible.
One of the things that ArtistWorks has been fighting against is copyright issues. So for a long time, the BMI and those kind of left ArtistWorks alone, because they were paying this like flat fee to the different companies, and the last 4 or 5 years, all of a sudden, they've become much more policing about it, but it's such a gray area. So we had been told that we could not record songs that were in copyright. And so we had a bunch of songs that we were sitting on because we had already prepped them and we couldn't put them out. So now the ArtistWorks, we've come up with a way that we can actually make some of that happen. So amongst the other things we're doing, we will be going back to our old notes so that we can then get that stuff prepped, because it's exciting that we might actually be able to do some of those tunes now with how they're setting things up. And
as Boulder mentioned in the chat, yes, they changed how things kind of work on the back end too. So if you do use a code from us, we will actually receive more of that.
It's an affiliate thing, so we actually will get more from that 40% off versus when ArtistWorks email blasts you and says whatever. Yeah. So.
And Sherry, thank you so much, but please don't text and drive.
Oh my gosh, how funny!
But we love you, Sherry. Thank you always for all your help that you do. Yes, it's always fun. Events are always more fun with Sherry around.
This is true. Sherry. That's why she's called Awesome Sherry.
Ooh, Robin, maybe we can do a giveaway next month with a couple download codes.
Yeah.
Let's chat soon.
So Robert Karatsu, if you want to, I don't know if you do streaming, but it will all be streaming August 18th, but definitely get in touch with each other about a physical CD. I don't know if she's doing physicals. We'll find out. But that's super exciting. Yeah.
All right. So again, today everything will be shown on screen.
Have it printed out, y'all, because or put it on your iPad, be able to write, because you're filling it in.
And those of you who were able to purchase a packet, thank you so much for your support. It does go a long way, keeping these live streams open to the public. That was a huge focus for us, especially throughout the pandemic and even post-pandemic. It's different. It's hard. So I know any kind of support that we can give back to the community and keep things as accessible as possible. Thank you for allowing us to do that.
Yes. All right, popular progression. So this is a variation of a class that I've taught in person called Doo-Wop Till You Drop. But we're not only playing doo-wop, people. We're going to play a bunch of different stuff. So some of this stuff you have seen before, potentially, if you've been doing workshops with us. But it's important information. I'll run through it kind of quickly. So I am working in the key of C to start, but we'll play in other keys today. So looking at this, I have my scale, C, D, F, G, A, B. I've got my numbers going across the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then underneath it, I have got our, let me do this real quick. And underneath, underneath it, I have got some rules here. Okay, there's my rules. Major, so my 1 chord is typically a major chord. So if I ask you what is my 1 chord, you would say it's a C or C major. If you just say C, the major is implied. And I will assume it's a major chord if you just say C, but C major. Our 2 chord is usually, so this guy. This guy is usually a minor. So you would say it's a D minor. My 3 chord's usually a minor, so my 3 would be E minor. My 4 is typically a major. My 5 is typically a major. However, we do have a variation, which I'll talk about in a second. And then our 6 chord is usually a minor. Now, the 7 chord, if it's just a triad or 3-note chord, it would be a B diminished, not to be confused with a B diminished 7, which is a 4-note voicing chord. If it was a 4-note voicing, typically it's going to be a minor 7 flat 5, but we're not working on this chord today. So you can just pretend it doesn't exist, okay, for now. But one thing I want you to look at that I think is really neat is down here, you've got, looking at all of these chords, I want you to notice that all of those dots are happening on notes found in the C major scale. That's why all of these chords can work together. So if I look at my C chord, for example, looking at each string, I have got, a G, right? What's going on with my pencil today? A G, a C, an E, and then another C happening, right? Let me erase all that. So I've got all of that happening here. And then if you look at your D minor going across, starting from the G string, I've got an A note, right? A D note, an F note, and an A note. So notice how there's no sharps or flats happening in any of these chords. Even that 7 chord, that B minor 7 flat 5 craziness. All of those notes, it's an A note on the G string, a D note on your C string, an F note on the E string, and a B note on your on your A string. So no sharps or flats in any of these, which is why they all sound very lovely all together, and you're in your family of chords. Okay, so one thing that you will see often, especially with your 5 chord, is you'll see it, instead of being a major chord, it'll be a dominant 7 chord. What does that mean? Well, you know it as just G7. I have it written down here. So a G7 chord is just a major chord with a friend, okay? So if I was to look at both of these chords, there's a 1-note difference. So I'm going to just real quick, if I have a G chord, all right? So on my G string, what note is happening? It's a G, and then a D, a G again, and a B, right? In my G7, if I'm going across the strings, I'm going to just write down here, it's going to be a G, a D, an F, and then a B. So the money note for this is the F note. That's the only difference between a G major chord and a G dominant 7 or G7 chord. Okay? So don't fret, don't worry. It's all easy peasy stuff once you know a little bit of theory. Okay, so let's just get down to actually making progression so we can start playing, because that's where the fun's at. So in this, in the key of C, what is my 1 chord? It is a C major, or C. C. Yay. What is my 6? Look up if you need to, or count on your fingers. C, D, E, F, G, A. A what? A minor. And then my 4 chord, C, D, E, F. F what? F major. So. And then my 5 chord is a what? It's either G or G7. Both are correct. Yay. So I'll do G7 because G7 always sounds really good. G7 always sounds really good going back to the 1 chord. So if you know you're going back to a 1 chord, a dominant 7's generally a very, very nice way to go. But I could also play G and it would be just fine. So let's go through and let's strum this for a minute. Okay, here we go. Now, for those of you fancy pants people out there that already know these chords and you're like, Sarah, I already know this information. Why don't you play at least one of these chords in a different place? So for example, you can do your C. I'm just going to draw it here. Sorry, my handwriting is awful today. That's the 3rd fret, right? And then A minor. I like this A minor personally. So let's just draw that down here. And that's on my 4th fret. And you could do this one on the 3rd fret with an open, this is technically an F add 9. And then the G7, or this one, since you're already there. Okay, oh, pencil. There we go. Sorry, my handwriting is the worst. So if I do this, and this, and this, and 3. Okay, so close up of my hand real quick. For those of you that want to be fancy people, you could do your C here, 5, 4, 3, 3. Then you can do your A minor here, which reminds me of a G7, but on the wrong strings. And then the F chord, I did this one where I've got open 5, 5, 3. And then G7 is just a little hop away, okay? Or you can just play these guys. But let's just play it all together. 1, and let's do 4 beats each. 1, 2, 3, 4. C of your choice. A minor. And then F. G7. Back to C, 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 A minor, 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 then your F, 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 G7, and on C. Yay! So let's do it again. 2 beats each. 2, 3, 4, C, A minor, your F, G7, back to C, A minor, F, G7, and there's a bunch of songs. C, A minor, F, G7, Earth Angel, the one I adore, my darling dear, love you evermore. I'm just a fool in love with you. C, the shades were pulled and drawn way down tight from within a dim light cast. Two silhouettes on the shade. Oh, what a lovely couple they made. Oh, silhouettes, 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 silhouettes. Yeah, and then 26 miles across the sea, Santa Catalina is a-waiting for me. Santa Catalina, the island of romance. Romance, romance, romance. End on C. Yay. Okay, that was very fun. And we could probably play for an hour doing that. But I actually have a song that we can do. Blue Moon. And we're actually going to play the whole thing, not just the verses. Because the verses are, whenever I teach this class, I just only do the verses, right? Because the B sections usually switch it up on you. So your ear gets a break. So looking at this, what's our one chord? It's a C. Yay. So I'm going to write C here. I think I am. There we go. C. What's my sixth chord? It's an A minor. What's my 4? It's an F. Yay. And then what's my 5? G or G7 is correct. So I'll say G7 because that's what I want to use for now. G7. Now looking at our B section, we have a D minor chord. So I'll write that in. We have a G7, we have a C. There's an A minor in parenthesis right here. That's optional. You don't have to go to it. You can actually play C for 4 beats and it will sound just fine. C and A minor are related to each other. A minor is the relative minor of C major, and they share the exact same scale notes, which we talked about last month in our minor jam, because everything we played was in A minor. And we discussed how they're interchangeable in some ways because they are basically some of the same notes, which is just how it is in the scales. C major scale starts on a C note. A minor scale is the same notes from your C major scale, but starts on an A note. Okay. So when you're making up chords, if I was to play C, E, G, which is what the notes that make up your C chord, and I add an A note to it, it could be a C major 6, or it could be an A minor or A minor 7. So fun things. So the D minor in this song, I'm thinking of it as a 2 minor because what's happening here is I have a very popular progression, 2, 5, 1, which we'll talk about later. Okay. But if you look at it, we're numbering it 2, 5, 1, and you have it again. Now I also have F minor. The song does something funny here where it's actually like for a hot minute, tonally changing keys on you, but don't worry about that right now. B flat. I'm going to write a B flat major 6 chord, but you can play whatever you want. You can play that B flat, or you could play a full B flat if you wanted to. And then E flat, some of you are like, why, Sarah? It's not too bad. It has an open G string and your 2 middle strings. Not too bad. And then a G chord, if you want, you could play G7 and I won't notice. G. And then a D7. D7, honestly, of your choice. Like, whatever. You could use the easy D7 and then G7. Those are all the chords that are in our song. Okay? So, if you don't see chords listed above, you play what's in the box. 2 beats of C, 2 beats of A minor, 2 beats of F, and 2 beats of G7. Okay? So, looking at this, Sam, the way that you can think of, so he's asking about the F minor, B flat, E flat. The way I'm actually thinking about that is I'm actually thinking it's a 2, 5, 1 and E flat in my brain, because that's how my brain works with seeing those kinds of patterns. So F minor, B, or yeah. And if I was to do like E flat there, or E flat major 7, but that's how I'm thinking about it. But there's multiple ways you can look at it and think about it. But for me, tonally, it switches keys for a hot minute. Okay, let's play Blue Moon. Did you want to play with us, Craig, for Blue Moon? Everybody, let's start with our main progression. C, A minor. And I'm going to switch to the close-up. There we go. Back to the C, A minor, F, G7. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Blue moon. You saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Second verse, same as the first. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. D minor, and then there suddenly appeared C7 to C, the only D minor my arms would ever hold. F minor's coming, I heard somebody whisper B flat, please E flat, adore me. G, and when I looked, D7 had turned to G7. Here we go. Blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. And then suddenly G7, D minor now. And then suddenly G7 appeared. C before me, A minor if you want. D minor, the only one my arms could ever hold. F minor, I heard somebody B flat whisper, please E flat, adore me. And G, I looked, the moon D7 to G7 gold. Last verse again. Blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon. Oh, thank you, blue moon, blue moon, blue moon. G7, end on C. Aw, yay! We actually got to play the B section, which is actually really pretty. But it's really neat how all of a sudden tonally, when you get to that F minor, right? It's like, ooh, your ear goes, ooh, that's different. That's tasty. Because you're actually playing some notes that are not found in the key of C. And your ear is going, thanks. Thank you for playing something that isn't only C. Here's another one. This is another great song that is just 1, 6, 4, 5 for most of it. It jumps back to 1 and then 5 again. Ooh. But looking at the key of F. Okay, so in this key, I've given us our scales. We're good to go. So please tell me, what is my 1 chord? My 1 chord is I hear you yelling at your screens. F! Yes, your 1 chord is an F. So F. Okay, I'll write it over here too. So we've got it. Here we go. Okay, F. Then we've also got 6. Stephen, we use that chord a lot in Boston. A. Watch it, mister. My horrible Boston accent. All right, more actually for me, it's more like Gloucester because that's where my family lived for a long, long time. So F. Now what's my 6? Looking at that thing, you're like, it's a D. D what? D minor. D minor. Which we played in our last song, so hopefully you remember it. And then what's my 4? My 4 is a B flat. Oops. A B flat. Again, you can pick what you want to do. If you want to do a regular B flat or if you want to do this B flat 6 technically that I've drawn. Your 5 chord is a C or C7. And then your 1 chord was that F. And then we'll go back to the 5. C7. That's it. That's just the whole song. So, whole song, even the chorus. You guys ready? Now, those of you that want to be fancy pants, you can always play F somewhere else, right? So remember, we had the F here, 3rd fret. You can do a D minor on the 5th fret, right? B flat. I mean, that would be, I mean, that's actually technically, so I'm going to make you do this one. This is actually technically a B flat 6. And then the 5 is on the 3rd fret as well. This is if you want to be fancy. That's your C7 and all its excitingness. Okay, so again, those of you that want to be fancy, pick a chord or do all of them. Your F chord up here, F add 9 technically is what it's called. Open 3-3, so open 5-5-3, and then your 5th fret, D minor. Technically, it's D minor 7, and then let me scoot up because I didn't realize that it cut off those chords. B flat 6, which is 3-5-3-5, and then C7, barring the 3rd fret, and then back to your F chord of your choice. And then C7 if you want to be fancy. Or if you're just going to survive the jam, play what's at the top. Oh, 1, 2, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, F. D minor, B flat here, C7, back to F. C7. Oh, this is going to be a weird key for me. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, oh, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. One more time through the main progression. You got your F, first measure, and D minor, the third measure, and fourth measure. B flat for one measure, C7, one measure, F chord, C7, and we'll all end on F. Okay. So I did have one person. I'm sorry if I didn't walk through this in the beginning. So they're like, when do I change? So up here I have these boxes. We are in 4/4 time, and each box represents 4 beats each. Okay, so that means that you will play the F chord technically for 8 beats because it's in 2 measures, the D minor, etc. So that's this whole song. So once you memorize that, you're set. You can just play the song as much as you want. And remember, we are in the key of F. So there's some differences. We could always do it in the key of C, but I was trying to get us out of C for some things, okay? And then let's see. Strum on Moto had a question about can the B note be a 1 note? If you're in the key of B, yes, it can be a 1 note. A lot of people don't play in the key of B, so that might be why some books skip it and jump to B flat, because B flat is actually a little bit more common than playing in the key of B. So
would it be the necessary? Would it be B, C sharp?
Well, yeah. Okay. So key of B, you're gonna have a part of why people don't play in it is it's a little wackadoodle with its sharps. So what you've written there isn't completely right. You have to actually take the B major scale. So you're gonna have some sharps in there. So I don't have time to jump into it right now, but just look up a B major scale on Google, and then you can take all of those rules and apply it to B major scale.
5 sharps in there.
Yeah. So just FYI. So you have to take the scale of the key you're in and then start it. But yes, excellent. Okay, I'm glad we were able to answer your question. Let's move on to pop progressions. All right, you want to ride top 40 sit? Here's how you can do it. We are going to go back to the key of C just to make things easier. So you'll see that you will notice that I have my C major scale written out, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and I've given you your cheat underneath. So what's my 1 chord? My 1 is a C. And then what is my 5? It's a G. You could play G7 there, but it actually doesn't sound as good as a G because it's not going to the 1. It's actually going to the 6 after. And so for me in my ear, I just don't like it as much. Oh, like Brother Sam, 5 sharps, no joke. Yeah. Okay, so my 5 is a G. My 6 is a minor, A minor. And then my 4, you know this chord, we've played it before, F. Yay. Okay. So here we've got a typical pop progression. So let's just play it 8 beats each for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. C to the G. Oh, I wasn't playing it 8 beats each. I was playing it 4 beats each. Ha ha. Just kidding. Okay. And actually, let's just do 4 beats each for now, because I want to kind of get to stuff and I'm looking at the time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. C, G, A minor, F, back to C, G, A minor, F. One more time. C, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. C, street lights, people. And on C. Okay, so there's that, and then underneath it, we've also got a variation that you will sometimes find, which is a 1-3-6-4. And so you can fill in what we already know, the C. This one, the 3 we'll look at in a second. The 6 we know is A minor. And the 4 we know is F. Okay? Now, The 3, if we look up, it's E. E what? E minor. Okay. Okay. Let's hear and listen to how this one sounds, and we'll do 4 beats each for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, E minor, A minor, and then F. Back to your C, E minor, A minor, and F. Back to C, E minor, A minor, and F. And let's all end on C. Nice. So for this, it sounds very similar. And if you look at it, if we were to look at, say, my G chord for a second, right, the 5 chord, and then if I was to make it an E minor chord, all I'm doing is actually adding an extra note to the party, right? So if I hold G and just add my ring finger to the 4th fret of my C string, I've got the note that I need. So, and the other thing to also keep in mind is that E minor is the relative minor of G. So they share the same notes, and the same scale notes. And they also share a lot of the same notes as far as the chords go too. So again, relationships matter. So, but let's just keep moving forward so we can play a song. Don't Stop Believin'. So this one's actually a little bit different. So you can play the whole song using the top line if you want. Like you can totally just play what the progression that I did for the whole entire song. If you want to actually like play what Journey is playing, this is what they are playing. So let's go through this. And remember, we are in 4/4 time with these boxes. What is our 1 chord in the key of C? It's C. Very nice. C. What is my 5 chord? We're going to make it G. What is my 6? A. A what? A minor. And remember, you can always check your work over here. A minor. What is my 4 chord? It's a F major. Yay. Now, looking down underneath, you'll notice our next row, and we could fill that in easy. C, G. Oh, we'll skip that, and then we'll do this one. Ooh, it goes to the 3 chord there. Huh. That was, you remember, E minor. Now, this is different than what I showed you earlier, the page above, because I actually talked about switching out the 5 and the 3, okay? This is different on this one. They're actually doing a change with A minor and E minor. But again, don't worry about that right now. Let's just go through and play it. Now, you'll notice down here, we have got some stuff that's different. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, but it's all F, G, and C the whole time, okay? So just remember that it will change.
How many times in each chord?
I don't know. I don't remember right now. 8. And then 4, 5, and then C. And I'm going to tune because I'm realizing that as it's heating up in this room, my instrument is going out of tune. But we'll play along, and I'll call it out. Sorry, gang. The AC will, when we turn it off and it's super hot today, you can totally tell. I was noticing it was going out during our last song. Okay, so let's just walk through the B section real quick, which is the part that has the little V, like it's going to eat it, real quick. So And then we'll play through the whole song. So we've got it. So we have strangers, 1, 2, 3, 4. F's. Strangers, G. Waiting, C for 8. Up and down the boulevard, F. Their shadows, G. Searching in the sea night. F chord. Street lights, G. People, C. Living just to find emotion, F. Hiding, G. Somewhere in the night, G chord. So that's the only time C is in 8 beats. Okay? So I think we've got it. Let's just go ahead and go for it. And you've got up there at the top, I'll be singing, so you don't have to worry about singing. Just try to focus on getting the chords and the chord changes. Remember, each box represents 4 beats. Woo woo! Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3. C chord, C, and then G, and A minor, and then F, back to C, and then G, E minor here, and then F, C. I'm just a small town girl, A minor. Living in a lonely world, C. She took the midnight train, E minor, anywhere. Second verse. Just a city boy, A minor. Born and raised in South Detroit, C. Second line. Train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. Oh, I messed up. C, and then G. Sorry, I messed up, gang. That's all right. A minor, and then F. Let's go back to the second line, and then we'll just jump into Strangers Waiting. My apologies. And then G, E minor, and then F. Stay on the F now. Strangers, G. Waiting, C. Up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, streetlights, people, see, living just to find emotion. F, hiding, G, somewhere in the night. G, working hard. Back to the original progression. Working hard to get my fill. A minor. Everybody wants a thrill. C, paying anything just to roll the dice again. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Well, the movie, it never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers, stay on F. Strangers, G. Wait and see. Up and down the boulevard, their F shadows. G. Searching in the night. F. Street lights. And do your C, the progression. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'll just sing Don't Stop Believin', C. Don't stop believin', A minor. Hold on to that feeling. Second line. Street lights, people. Repeat that again. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people. And let's all end on C. Yay, we made it, even though I totally messed up that one verse, but that's okay. We got back on the train. That's the beauty of live, right? So I'm glad everybody enjoyed my lovely, like, I think Bretta Sam put it best, my soulful cat solo. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh my gosh. The F chord voicings. Oh, the F chord voicing that I was using for the other ones was that open, 5, 5, and 3. It's technically an F add 9. This chord, open, open, 1, open, is also another way you could play it in this position. But yeah, so that F chord that you're asking about, that you're like, ooh, that was pretty. F.
Yeah, you can just think of it as you have your triad, you have your C, your F, and your A. And so when you add a G note, because it's a higher octave G note, it's an add 9. If it was like a lower G note,
you call
like
it,
if you have a low G
like,
ukulele,
that would be
example,
a 2.
It would be a 2.
And it would sound
funny.
like doo-doo on a low G.
For this particular.
I'm just going to say it.
For this particular voicing, yes.
Because yeah, you want to have your lowest note of the chord to not be a note that should be 7 or above a 7th note. But that's the thing. I love it. I did it. Yay. Okay. Next song, Count on Me. So this one actually uses that 3 chord that we talked about in the way that I mentioned. So if you look at it, oh, I took away our cheat sheet. We are still in the key of C, you guys. Now, what's our 1 chord? It's a C in this key. C, C. So I'm going to fill in my 1s. Yay. Now, C. Wee. What was my 3? C, D, E. What was it? E minor. What was my 6? C, D, E, F, G, A minor. Okay, you know A minor. And then my 5 chord is a G. This is a little different, but that's all right. G. And then my 4 is F. So looking at this, the bulk of the song is this progression the whole time, except for in the box. You'll see a D minor listed. We'll find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. That's the only thing that's different. And then everything is the main progression. So let's go through and just play this main progression for a little bit, just so we can kind of hear it. So you'll notice you have your C, your E minor, your A minor. And instead of going straight to F, I could play A minor the whole time, honestly, and you wouldn't know. But the song actually does go to G, if you are to look it up. And then it goes to its F chord, okay? But you could, like, real quick, if you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. that was me holding the A minor instead of going to the G chord. But if you listen to the recording, they actually go to that G chord. So I'm going to play it really fast. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to the G to find you. It just has a slightly different feel to it. But you can totally do that, and it's just fine. So we'll see. I'll probably butcher this song. So let's have fun. Because, yeah, it's a good song. Bruno Mars. Okay. And we'll go a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, E minor, 5, 6, 7, 8, A minor, 3, 4, G, and F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See if you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea. I'll sail the world, G, F, to find you. Next verse. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see. Sorry, I messed up G. I messed up. Let's do the second verse. 2, 3. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see. A minor. I'll be the light to guide you. D minor. We'll find out what G we're made of. F. Well, we are called to help our friends. G and E, 2, 3, and C. You can count on me. E minor, like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. F. And later when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. To G. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Back to the C. Oh, E minor. Oh, A minor, G, F. Still the same progression. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. If you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I'll remind you. D minor, go back to the box. We'll find out what G we're made of. F, when we are called to help our friends in need. Get ready for the C chord. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be A minor to G, F. And later when I need it, C can count on you like 4, 3, 2. You're A minor, G. And that's what friends are supposed to do. Back to C. A do do do, E minor. A do do do, D minor, G and F. Okay, D minor. You'll always have E minor, my shoulder. When you F, cry to the G. D minor again. I'll never let you, E minor, go. Never say to F bye. And G back to the C. You can count on me like E minor 3. You'll be A minor to the G. And later when I need you, C can count on you like 4, 3, 2, A minor, G. And that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh, C. We'll just end it there. Yay! I forgot about that one little pre-chorusy weirdness down here where I forgot to write your chords. But we've played them a bunch today already. This little section here. I totally forgot. It was like, oh yeah, we got to go there next. But we did a great job doing it together. Nice work, Craig, following along. So,
do it one more time. It's fun.
It is a very fun song. But we've got a lot of other fun songs to play today. But real quick, just so that you have it, I'm just going to write D minor here. And then your E minor is already written there. Oh yeah, that was the only new chord was D minor. Everything else you had already written down. I love that. It's a great song. But this song too, when I've taught my Doo-Wop Till You Drop class, I actually cheat. And you can totally do C, da 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 G, A minor the whole time, to F. Like you can totally cheat and do that too.
Try to do that progression again, but I'll do what the bass.
Oh, you'll play the bass? Okay.
Kind of still...
So Craig is going to play bass. He's going to play what's written on screen. And I'm going to just play 1 5. Yes, 1 5 6 4, which is what our Don't Stop Believin' was. Okay? And he's going to make it sound different, even though I'm playing, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm playing the C. I'm playing G, A minor, staying on that, and F. It sounds a little funny, right? But it still could work, and it would still be okay.
And then one more time with the actual chords.
Oh, actual chord. It's C, E minor, A minor, to F. And I think what I like about this and what this 5 chord does is it gives you this like kind of hopeful moment after a couple of minor chords, which is really sweet. So yeah, fun times, fun song. Now, 12-bar blues. So 12-bar blues, this is the easiest version down here that you're going to ever see. I'm not actually going to have us play through that because y'all know how to play C, F, and G7. So let's just go ahead and make some changes that will make it sound more blues-like, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is make everything dominant 7 chords. Wee. I just got to add, except G7's already a 7. I got too excited. Yay. Okay, so now, oh yeah, you might want to, for those of you that don't know the chords, C7, not too bad, right? F7, it's just F with 2 friends. And if you can't get to the F7 in time, but you can get to F, hold the F chord and then add the 2 friends next because you got 2 measures to get there. And then, of course, G7. Okay.
Now,
yes.
If you are feeling a little fancy, again, when you want to go from F7 to G7, Sarah's going to showcase just to push everything up 2 frets.
Oh, okay. I wasn't planning on it, but I'll do it. So hold your F7. Move it up. That is now an F sharp 7. Move it up one more time. Larry, I see you in the chat, sir. This is now a fancy pants G7, okay? And what you can do down here is because you've got, right here, you got G7 leading to F7. So I could do this. 1, 2, move it down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, reset, and let's do it together. 3rd fret, if you can. Don't worry if you can't. Move it down, get to F7. Rest, reset, and get to 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3. Move it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Practice that on your own if you'd like, but it's a great way, again, of you're going a whole step away. You can totally use that. Let's play some basic 12-bar blues, and then we'll actually play a song after. So get your C7 ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. C7. Lots of C7. A whole lot more C7. C7 again. 2nd line. F or F7 actually doesn't matter, because I won't hear the difference. C7. Right now, 3rd line G7, go to your F7, C7, repeat it with a G7. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. D7, but a hound dog, ooh, crying all the time. G7, you ain't never caught a rabbit. F7, you ain't no friend of mine. C7, stay on C7, it is the end of our song. Yay! So, 12-bar blues. Now, this is different than a progression. A progression is a series of chords that are played in that same series over and over and over and over again, whereas this is a song form where it's like a set amount of measures, and that set amount of measures with the chords in the specific order, go. Okay? 12-bar blues. How many measures are in the 12-bar blues, you may ask? 12, because bars and measures are the same thing. Not everybody knows that. So I like to ask that question out loud for those that are too shy to ask. Okay, now, blues don't always have to be sad. In fact, this next blues we're going to do is not sad at all, and it's in the key of D. So let's walk through and give me the chords I want. Now remember, these rules down here, we're actually going to ignore. I probably shouldn't have put them there in the first place. Ignore. Everything's going to be a dominant 7. Okay, so our one chord, so ignore. Dominant 7s only. So what is my one chord? It's a D7. And I'll probably use this one, to be quite honest. I'll use the barred one, but you can use whatever D7 you want, okay? I'll write this one just in case someone out there's like, okay, so D7 and all of the 1 slots. Okay, what's my 4 chord in this key? It's a G, and it's going to be what chord? G7. All right, and then the last chord I need is a 5, which is an A7. In this key. Okay, A7. Now, look down here. This song has a bridge. It has a little B section in it. We've got a G7 and a D7, we all know, and it has an A7. Sweet, we're all taken care of as far as our chords go. So, let's play through the progression before I start to sing it, and then I'll sing it, okay? And I will probably just mouth the licks and stuff so I can just keep playing chords for those of you following along. So get your D7 ready. So again, we have D7 in this song, and we got a G7 in this song, and an A7. And that's it. That's all we got. And that B section, for those of you, just real quick, when I hold you in my arms, I know I can't do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, one time, my love can't do you no harm, 'cause I feel, and it goes back to the top, okay? And we'll probably play that B section a couple times. Get our D7 ready. We'll play the blues progression without singing to start. All right, a 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, D7. And some more D7, G7. Yeah, back to your D7. A7's coming round to your G7. Turn it around. I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel good. I knew that I would now. 2 hits. So good. So good. 'Cause I got you. Bum, 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 bum. I feel nice. And we aren't going to go to that A7 actually for this song. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. 2 hits, A7, so nice, 'cause I got you. D7 stays here. D7, stay on D7, D7. Here goes to the G7. When I hold you in my arms, D7, no, I can't do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, A7, my love won't do you no harm. From the top, I feel nice, like sugar and spice. G7, I feel nice, like sugar and spice. 2 hits, so nice. G7, cause I got a U, D7, right here. G7, when I hold you in my arms. D7, I know I can't do no wrong. G7, and when I hold you in my arms. A7, my love won't do you no harm. To the top, I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. A7, so nice, cause I got D7, do, 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 do. A7, so nice, cause I got D7, do, 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 do. A7 again, so nice, hey, D7, lots of D7, and then D7. Oh, yeah. There you go. A very, very hard run through of this one. I actually did it in the key. This is not the key I would sing it in. This is actually in the key, so you can practice with James Brown if you want. But it's a really fun song, and it's pretty awesome. We're going to end with another blues song. This one is another very fun one. I'll go back to the key of C because it's better for me vocally. I will point out that we do have that you can fill in on your own, your 1, 6, 2, 5, except the one thing I will say is that your 1 is a C, 6 is A minor, right? 2 is a D minor, 5 is G7. But for jazz, you'll play C major 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, and G7, okay? So, just real quick so you have it. It's all open. And G7 or 9. It doesn't matter to me which one you do. And you can add a note here if you want it to be a G9. Okay? I just want to say that because the beautiful thing is the next song, I have everything all written out for you. And it looks like I didn't use the 9 chord at all. I just used the 7. And that's I Love You for Sentimental Reasons. But I want to play, we'll just end with the blues song because it's a fun song to play. So Route 66, we're going to change it up. We're actually going to go to the 4 chord here. Ooh, so now again, remember, dominant 7. What's my 1 chord? It's a C7 in my new key. What's my 4? F or F7. I will accept both. But I prefer F7. And then my 5 is a G7. And then G7. My 4 was that F7. Now, I did do something here I forgot about. We're going to play a 1, 6, 2, 5. So we'll actually practice those chords that I mentioned. There we go. So my 1 was a C7. Or a C, doesn't matter to me. I might actually play C just to make it different. C, C. And then my 6 chord is A minor, A minor. I'm going to go back to my rules for this. And my 2 chord was D minor. And writing it down here so you have it all together. And then G7 is the 5. So this progression is popular in jazz music. It's also a really great way to make a turnaround. So these are all 2 beats each here, okay? So it's gonna sound like this for those last 2 measures. C, A minor, D minor, G7. That's how it will sound. So let's start from the top. You guys ready with your C7s? Now remember, it's C7 for 4, and then your F or F7. Back to C7. F7 for the next line. And then C7. G7. F7. And then we have a C chord. C, A minor, D F7, and then your C7 to start. Okay? Now for that turnaround, you could also just play what we have been originally playing, which is stay on your 1 and then go to the 5, and it will sound fine too. But I wanted to throw in this progression so you had a use for it. Let's play the song to end our live stream, y'all. If you... So we have a 1. Yeah, a 1, a 2, a 1. Play the progression. C7, F7, back to the C7 here, F7, C7, G7's coming round to F7, our C, A minor, D minor, G7. If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 60, turn around 1, 6, 2, 5. Well, it winds on down from Chicago to LA. More than 2,000 miles along the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Can we try doing one hit? Now it goes through St. Louis, F7, Joplin, Missouri, C7, and Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty, F7. We'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, G7, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, A minor, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? When you make that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Let's do the Joplin and do the hits. Now you go through St. Louis, F7, Joplin, Missouri, C7, Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, turn around, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? When you make that California trip, get your kicks on Route G7, get your kicks on Route, one time G7, get your kicks right here, F7 on Route 67. Stay on C7, it is the end of our song. Beautiful. Yay! Nice. So this, I mean, you could play Route 66 this way. I actually hear a whole bunch of other chords whenever I'm playing this song, where I'm just like, like I hear a bunch of different movement whenever I am playing this song, this particular one, but you can keep it as simple 12-bar blues and you'll be good to go. And I love somebody saying, I like that C7 on the 3rd fret. It's nice. It's a really nice voicing of C7. And it also means that when you add the 9th note, right, right? So I'm holding C7 on the 3rd fret, 3, 4, 3, 3, and I can add the 9th note, and it's actually where it should be, the highest note in my chord, and it sounds lovely. So thank you guys so much for joining us for a really fun class. I'm sorry we didn't get to the very, very last song, but you actually have all the tools you need to play it. It's all right there. And I wrote in the stuff earlier if you tuned in a little bit later. But I love it. It's so much fun, and I hope you have a lot of fun now noticing some of these different progressions and songs you already know and love. Remember, you can always join us and learn more with us on ArtistWorks if you use the code 40UKE. That's our affiliate discount, so we actually see more from you using that discount than others that ArtistWorks sends out. So please use that code. And we recommend joining us sooner rather than later because there's going to be a big changeover. I don't know the exact date yet, where the platform is getting a massive upgrade and the pricing is going to change.
Oh, can we say save the date for October 12th?
I don't have anything prepped for that. Save the date for October 12th. We'll tell you more information later, but we're planning on doing a little mini something on October 12th that everybody's invited to. Because I got to prep a little more for it. But I'm so glad everybody had fun today. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, even though we show everything on screen, if you want to support our live streams to keep them free, please consider purchasing a packet. It's only $10. It's not much. But it does ensure that we can keep doing these and keep things free for everybody. And you can also always join ArtistWorks too. That also is a big help for us as well. So thank you guys so much. And remember, there's more pages that you can play, so you can do I love you for sentimental reasons.
Can you do it real quick? Walk through just.
All right. Oh, that's right, because I don't have. Let me do one quick thing, and then I can do it. Okay. I gotta add a page. Okay, we'll leave you with this song. We shall leave you with a song. Okay. Here we go. And then if it says D minor 7 and you're like, just play D minor. No one will know, okay? And A minor 7 is really easy. It's open chords. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do. First ending, my heart. Back to the top. I love you, and you alone were meant for me. D minor. Please give your loving heart to me. D minor. Say second ending, we'll never part. F, C. B section, I think of you every morning. Diminished chord. D minor, think of you every night. Ooh, that 7 chord shows up. Darling, I'm never whenever you're inside. A section. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. Slow it down. I've given you my heart. C major 7 of your choice. There you go. I totally was about to play B flat. That was funny. But there you go. I love you for sentimental reasons. A lovely send-off. Yay. So definitely have fun, replay this, share this with your friends. And thank you guys again so much for always being so supportive of our live stream workshops. We really appreciate it. And we can't wait to give you more news of all of the crazy things that we are doing. Because yes,
there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. But there'll be more updates coming from us. If you haven't joined, definitely subscribe to this channel, like the video so that more people can see it. But I was going to say, mailing list. Join our mailing list, craigandsarah.com. And that way you can be apprised, because we share some of the nonprofit news too, which is 4stringsatatime.org. But definitely check it out. And I'm really excited. Artist Work students, feel free to submit VEs on any of these songs. And we'll see you guys later. Hopefully we'll see you at Ukulele Club coming up next weekend with John Yamasato and Herb Ota Jr. So aloha, everybody. Thank you guys so much.
Aloha, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Yay.